What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video on high altitude investing. In today's video, I'm excited to be talking with you guys a little bit about Bitcoin price action, where I think it's going to go, talking about how amazing this breakout of the all-time high really is, and going into the altcoin market cap a little bit with Litecoin and talking about why I think Litecoin and the altcoins are really going to follow shortly behind Bitcoin as we move forward. But before we get into the video, if you're not a subscriber already, make sure that you hit that subscribe button to my channel, because I'm dedicated to uploading videos about the coins that I'm personally investing in throughout this bull market. So without further ado, go ahead and share this video with your friends and we'll get straight into it. I'm going to start off with Bitcoin here because Bitcoin really is taking the spotlight. Everybody's talking about Bitcoin. There's a lot of people getting really excited about it. And that is awesome to see the community coming back into the cryptocurrency market. I mean, I was trying to tell people to continue to buy Bitcoin and that big picture we were going to break out again pretty much all through this entire period right here. So it's really, really awesome to see Bitcoin actually doing that breakout currently and well over $23,000 per coin. So huge shout out to Bitcoin and the Bitcoin holders and the people, the community. I love Bitcoin as a project. It's really awesome to see that recovery from that bear market. And it really was expected, you guys. I mean, it was definitely a lot more volatile than I think anybody planned. There was a lot more craziness throughout the correction and it didn't move exactly as everybody wanted it to, of course, but we came out of it alive and we came out of it raging into another bull market. And it's really, really awesome to see that happening. And what we're seeing here with the previous cycle is actually what we're seeing currently with the current cycle. So this right here is the first sell-off of that cycle that we saw back in 2014. Now, if we're looking at Bitcoin right now, this whole area right here is actually the first sell-off of what we're currently seeing. So we're moving into that next massive parabolic run up. Now, the corrections will happen along the way up. Obviously, they did in this market as well. There was 30% corrections along the way up. And we don't know exactly how the structure will look, but we know that the market is going to be very, very raging bull from here. And so all corrections, all dips are going to be very, very good opportunities for the smart investor to be picking up cheaper Bitcoin as we move higher. Now, people are wondering, well, where can Bitcoin go? For sure, I definitely expect Bitcoin to make it above 50,000 per coin, and it would not surprise me at all if we make it to 100,000 per coin. This is kind of the level that I've been watching for quite some time now. The movement in between us reaching that level, like I said, this was a lot more volatile than I think anybody was expecting, but 100,000 per Bitcoin is definitely something that I see a high probability in with this cycle. And the reason that I can say that in confidence is because of Fibonacci tools. We can take this trend-based Fibonacci extension tool and we can measure from the low to the high out. And you guys can see that the last cycle, measuring the first sell-off, took us to about the 423.618, or the 4236 and the 4618, which was about 1,100 per coin at the time. That was the previous peak of the last cycle. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I know exactly where the peak of Bitcoin is going to be at in the future this early on, but I will say that that is a level that I'm watching very, very closely as we're moving into this next bull market, because if we take this same tool right here, you guys can see that between about 88,000 and almost 100,000 per coin would be the 4236 and the 4618 of this cycle, repeating the same kind of fractal nature that Bitcoin has shown, where it continues on these parabolic growths and these market cycles. So that's kind of what I'm watching, you guys, is we're going to go parabolic in Bitcoin. That's what I'm telling you. We've already started. If you think this is crazy, the bull market has just barely broke the all-time high. There will be corrections. There will be days that people want to sell or try to call the top early. But you guys, it's going to be a massive bullish swing up. And because of that, the altcoins are going to follow shortly behind, just like they did with Bitcoin. Bitcoin in the last cycle was actually already breaking out, you guys. Bitcoin was already breaking its previous all-time high in 2017. Now, if we look at the altcoin market cap, altcoins actually really didn't start breaking their all-time high. Let's look right here. So Bitcoin was breaking its all-time high right at the beginning of 2017, and altcoins didn't really start to break their all-time high until they actually lagged out a little bit. So Bitcoin came first is what I'm telling you. Bitcoin was already doing its bull market before the altcoins started to take off. They followed shortly behind Bitcoin. Now, what do we see in this market that we're looking at currently with Litecoin? Well, Litecoin is doing a double bottom pattern just like Bitcoin did already, this double bottom pattern that we saw in 2019 and 2020. And that was a really, really awesome pattern to see, big picture with Bitcoin, that huge one wave. But that's actually what we're seeing with Litecoin, and what we've actually seen with the altcoin market cap is that we're moving into a three wave, and we haven't even broke the all-time high yet. So what am I telling you guys? Well, I'm telling you that not only is there opportunity in Bitcoin, an opportunity moving forward in Bitcoin with that massive bull market that we're seeing, which is very fractal in nature to the last bull market or the previous major cycle. And it's probably going to do the same thing that we saw in altcoins last time. So there's a massive opportunity in altcoins as well. And you guys, I made a video about XRP and Stellar Lumens recently. A lot of people watch those videos. So thank you guys for tuning into those videos. I really appreciate all the viewers that do that. But Stellar Lumens and XRP are both a couple altcoins that I've been looking at. You guys know that I like Digibyte. There are so many different opportunities inside of crypto right now. And if you just open your eyes, you will see that this market is really providing opportunities day in and day out, over and over, for you guys to be making money consistently. And Stellar Lumens is one that I'm watching very closely. I like XMR. There's a lot of different projects that I see as far as altcoins go that have a lot of potential moving forward in this bull market that haven't broke their all-time high like Bitcoin has. Not to say that Bitcoin isn't still undervalued big picture in the cycle. I mean, look how much potential upside we have. Like if it drops 20% right now back down, that would be the greatest thing ever. We could buy more cheap Bitcoin right before it goes higher. That would be the coolest thing ever if Bitcoin dropped like that from this price down. Now, whether it's going to do that, we just broke an all-time high. There's a lot of people talking about it. FOMO can take place. People can just completely start FOMO buying, and it can shoot higher. So I want you to be aware of that. But when dips come, take advantage of them. And big picture, if you're buying and you're going to hold through any movement that occurs, there is still upside left in this market, quite a lot to go from what I can see. And although history doesn't always perfectly repeat, sometimes it does very, very close, basically perfectly repeats, it often rhymes. And that is so useful to understand because this is a rhyming fractal to compare these two, the previous cycle to this one. And it's so similar in nature that we can expect a similar nature and a similar outcome to come out of it. So that's kind of my hypothesis for Bitcoin and altcoins moving forward. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying these videos. Share them with your friends. Join the Discord. There are free areas in the Discord. You can maximize the Discord by joining the VIP areas and maximize your trading and investing. Also, check out my Twitter, you guys. I post on there sometimes, even if it's not always about investing. I'm posting. You can get content. So, go check that out as well. And like I said, I really appreciate you guys tuning into these videos, and I look forward to make them as we move forward in this bull market. Thank you so much for tuning in. And as always, stay profitable out there.